to the Gobby Gaffer managing RCLENS here in France. And since you were last with me, well, there's been a lot happening, and I'm hoping I'll be able to get through it all without boring you all to death. I don't want you all running off and making a brew while I'm giving out all this information. So let's get started, shall we? Because there's a lot to get through. So we'll start with the staffing screen. Now, one of the main things I try to do when I take over a club is get the staff sorted out first before I look at anything else. Get the staff sorted out, because the backroom staff are the backbone of the club, and I always start there. So as you can see, done a lot of work on this. I asked the board for more coaches, and I had 10. They came through with an extra 3, so I'm now allowed 13 coaches. I've only got 12 as we speak. I've got 1 spot spare, but at the moment the coach that I'm looking for is not really there, so I might have to wait till the end of the season. But as you can see now, we're top of the shop for the majority of the areas of the coaching staffing side. Recruitment team have not yet asked for any more scouts, but we are getting there with the recruitment team. Got 8 scouts now. I've got a technical director in. All my recruitment analysts are in. They're all in place. The medical staff needs a little bit of work. We don't have a doctor yet, but we have 5 physios now. So everything on the staffing side now, well, maybe not everything. There's still work to do on it. And in the summer, as and when contracts start running down, some of the lesser quality staff members will be going, and I'll bring some more in. But as you can see, that is a vast improvement on what we had. And if we just have a look at the coach responsibilities screen, as you can see in there now, we're actually making some real progress. 1 or 2 little areas still need sorting out. Still not totally happy with the defending technical department, but on the whole, we are doing really well in there, and everybody knows the roles. And the coaching side of the club now is coming up. I would say probably 80-85% of what I would like it to be, but it's a lot better than when I first took over. I'm also well on the way as well with the coaching schedules. So I always like to have team bonding and community outreach sessions in there. So I'm getting all of those sorted out now. And that week there, you can see we've got a community outreach and a team bonding. Believe me, we're going to need it. We're playing Paris Saint-Germain that week. But all of these still need working on, still need to do some. I mean, we've got some match tactics and match practice in there. I need some chance creation, chance conversion, some set piece taking. But I am working on that. So all of that's, I mean, without the staff in there in the first place, none of this is really possible. So it's all like a gradual, moving along with the process. We are starting to get lots of feedback now from the scouts, the extra scouts that I've employed. What I've done this time, I've kind of given my chief scout quite a bit of responsibility in assigning where the scouts go. I did bring in a Brazilian scout, Brazilian nationality. I've sent him myself. I've done that myself. I've sent him out to Brazil. He's not the greatest, in quality, but at least I've got somebody in Brazil now, and he's already brought me 1 young kid in. So he's in Brazil, but the chief scout is kind of looking after that area, doing quite a good job. And also, because I've got a lot to think about taking this team over. Let's face it, Paris Saint-Germain, Monaco, not going to be easy to overhaul those teams. So I've got a lot of thinking to do, a lot of planning. So my director of football is in charge of looking for players as well and initiating signings. And I have the final say. He's actually, at the moment, he's looking at bringing a lad in from Manchester City who looks quite a good prospect. So, I think he's on a free transfer as well. So anyway, all of those things are all in place. As you can see on the scouting screen, we are getting quite a few players being, looked at now. One of the other things that I did was the scouting range when I took over. We had the budget to scout the world. We weren't doing. I have no idea what the previous manager was doing. We're scouting the world now. So hopefully, as we go on, I mean, let's face it, I've only been here for a few weeks, a month, whatever. So all of this stuff, it's all a work in progress. Hang on, I'm just going to move my big head. Just so you can see the transfers out area, because otherwise my big head's in the way. So up to now, we've let go Latoro Blanco. He's gone to Velez for 7.25 million, rising to 9.25 million. Julian Ryerson has gone to Shakhtar for up to 525,000. Kevin Danso has gone to Salzburg for a fee rising to 1.8 million. And Romain Lacroix has gone to Dunkirk out on loan. And another one as well that I need to tell you about is Gonzalo Borges has gone to Zenit for 9.5 million, but he doesn't join until the 26th of the 1st. Now, there is a little story to tell about Gonzalo Borges. Basically, he's 30 years old. You need to bear that in mind. Great player and still is, to be honest. He's still in the team, been playing really well for me. But he came and knocked on my door and he said, boss, I think I need a new contract to, reflect my importance to the team. So anyway, I had a look at his contract and it runs to 2034. So bearing in mind we're in 2032 at this moment in time. He's got another 2 years left on his contract. He's 30 at the moment. That would mean he's 32 when his contract runs out. Maybe some kind of an extension. I thought, okay, he's a good player, but he was an influential player. And I thought, what do I do about this? Do I give him extra time when he's maybe not going to get the game time and cause trouble in the dressing room? Yes, he's a great player at this moment in time, but if I bring younger players, I didn't really know what to do with him. So in the end, I thought, right, I'm gonna chance my arm. I'm gonna stick him out there, see if I can get some offers, and see if we can sell him. And to begin with, he was quite grumpy about it, but eventually he said, yeah, okay, then I'm willing to listen to offers. And it kind of saved me a big headache. So it killed two birds with one stone. It got me 9.5 million in, and it solved the problem of having to have team meetings with team leaders about an important player going. And, we are bringing more players in. And what I have done is Calidio, the lad I was using as striker, he really is a left winger. So I've just moved him out there and everything's working hunky-dory. So you're saying, but what about striker? Got a plan in mind for that. So back to the transfers and the transfers in. So this was arranged before I took over. Gabriel Menino. He's a deep line playmaker. So another little thing I need to tell you is that basically I was playing Kurt Zouma. In that first game you saw, played him as like a defensive midfield player. Quickly realised he's 37, he can't get around the pitch that well, so I've moved him back to centre-back. He's a lot happier there. And then Maximo Perrone is now playing as a deep-lying playmaker in that position. So this lad's coming in. It's not a player I would have signed. He's a 31-year-old Brazilian. Plenty of experience, mind you. So bearing in mind what I said in the last episode about having experience mixed in there with youth, maybe not a bad thing, but he can certainly do that job at deep line playmaker with Perrone. So now on to the signings that I have made. So the first one is coming from Inter Milan, 3.5 million, and it's Lorenzo Argiolas. He's a 6-foot Italian centre-back. He can play no-nonsense centre-back, central defender as cover. Can actually play ball playing. Don't think I'm going to play him as a ball player, but he's predominantly left-footed, so he's going to play on the left side of the centre of defence. The thing is, we don't really have an awful lot of cover in defence. Zouma, okay, he's 37. Actually, Zouma is going at the end of the season. He's agreed a deal to go to Sporting, which, with my blessing really, 37 years old. I want, younger players in that position. And I think that Argiolas actually fits that bill. If you look at his stats, he's a quality player. And the next lad has come in from Brazil, 6 million, 21-year-old Saulo. again, if you 21-year-old, he's coming in as a 3.5 star with the potential to be 5. He is going to improve immensely, and he's like the future of the centre of our midfield. So I think we've got a little bit of a... He's not a wonder kid, but I think he will be a bit of a superstar for us. And I'm really pleased. For 6 million, I'm really pleased with that signing. I mean, he's now worth between 14.5 and 21 million. So kind of doing a little bit like I did at SC Cambuur with the, the Mateuses and the Stanoloviches who come in, and then they're immediately worth like, 40 to 60 million. Great little signing, this one. And then the striking position that I was talking about. So I've gone to Sporting. I paid them 6 million for Carlos Carvalho, 21-year-old at Angolan. He's worth between 7.6 and 11 million. Value's not increased massively, but he is only 21. He's got plenty of time to settle here. Comes in as a 3-star with a 5-star potential. His physicals look really good, very quick. He's got a 17 for finishing. He's only 5'11", but he's left-footed. So, that it gives you other options. When you've got left-footed players in the team, it gives you other options. So I'm hoping that he's going to be our starting striker. And this is the young lad that is coming in from, or potentially coming in from Manchester City, Ryan Rodon. He's on loan, I think, at Stoke City at the moment, but my director of football's working on this one. It's not costing us any money, and he's really good cover for either wing. And his stats look very, very good. He's only 20 years old, so I think, again, another one for the future. Coming in as a 3-star with the potential to be 4.5, 5. Now, this screen doesn't make a great reading, so the overall balance in the bank now is a minus of 34 million. We have still got a transfer budget of 12 million. I am still on 100% retained transfer. So, I mean, that's great. That's why I've been able to bring the money in, because I've been getting every single penny of the transfer fees. We still got wage budget in there. So the transfers are definitely not finished. I'm trying now to bring in some young French players who, as and when we get into the European competitions, that will become very important. And with regard to the overall balance, it's very, very important now we get into the European competitions and hopefully try and start getting that money in. And, one season in a European competition, we can maybe reduce that deficit by half, depending on which competition it is, obviously. Quick look at the development centre. I think I have shown you this already, but as you can see there, we have got some great prospects coming through. This lad here, Evan Ham, potential 4.5, 5-star. We've got two there, potential 4-star players. So we have got some decent youth coming through as well. And we have played a few games, not that many, I have to say, because I've been doing an awful lot of, juggling around, sorting out the staffing, sorting out the team, trying to get the balance right with everything. So we've not played too many games, but we're doing okay, actually. After that first game against Nice that we watched, 2-0 reverse, not very pretty, but it was my first game in charge. After that, we beat Brest 4-1, and then FC Lorient, we beat them 4-1 as well. Then we played Montpellier, beat them 1-0. And then the French Cup, 9th round, we beat Dunkirk 3-0. Chucked in a little friendly there against Dagenham and Redbridge. We won that 4-0. And then the French Cup, 10th round, we beat Rodez AF 6-0. And that leaves us nicely now placed to play Strasbourg and Marseille. We have got PSG in there. I suppose you're having a look at that one thinking, well, that'd be a nice game to watch. Maybe not at the moment. Nobody likes to see a grown man cry, do they? And I think there would be some tears in that one. So we are going to watch the Strasbourg and Marseille games today. PSG, going to play that off camera for the time being. Let's just get this team moulded into a fighting force and a team that can actually play against teams like, Monaco and PSG. And then we'll watch those games. So without further ado, we have an away game at Strasbourg. I'll see you in the dugout. Well, welcome to Strasbourg, and before the game starts today, just a little bit aware, got a little bit carried away with all the information I had to impart, not showing you league table. So we have moved away from the relegation area. Don't know whether that will be temporarily or not. Hopefully it's permanently. I'd like to try and finish in this 8th or 9th position if I'm honest, but we are in 9th position. We've got 21 points. Strasbourg that we play today are in 7th place with 22 points. And we have matching last 5 statistics. So Strasbourg have won 3, drawn 1, lost 1. Exactly the same as us. So we're quite well matched at the moment. Okay, so the team for today is Urbig in goal. Back 4 of Cabal, Hajdari, Zuma and Pembele. 3 in midfield of Vlasic, Anderson and Perron. The 2 wingers are Calidio and Sek. And then playing Jago up front today as the advanced forward. He just scored a hat-trick in the recent cup game that we played. Not quite sure at this stage whether he will have that jersey for himself or not, but we have got Carvalho on the bench. He's on a fitness today, so we have to be a little bit careful with him. But let's get into the game. And we're underway here in Strasbourg. So Vlasic is taking the free kick, hits the crossbar and just over the bar with that one. Not an awful lot happening as the game gets going. We have had 4 shots, 1 on target, XG of 0.43. We've had a lot of the possession, 65%. But at this moment in time, it is a little bit of a damp squib if I'm honest. We're bobbing into half time now, not an awful lot happening. Well, that was an exciting first half, wasn't it? Not. Okay, we're going to give them a flea in the rear. Far from pleased with what I've just seen. And we're going to go to positive. Have a look at see who's playing well. And I don't think we'll make any substitution at this point. So we get the second half under the way. Dambasek on the right wing has been getting, I don't know how many man of the matches he's had since I've joined, but he seems to be like man of the match every other game. He's playing absolutely amazingly. You watch now, he'll probably play abysmally today. So that's a nice header out defence. Perron, nice ball to Anderson. Sek. Pembele coming down this right hand side. He's got 2 players on him and he's run into trouble there and just giving the ball away. Back to the keeper. Big hoof upfield. We should pick that out of the air. Nice header there. Perron there just sprays the ball to Anderson. That's going to come out the left, is it? No, it's not. Jago. Sek. Oh. So Vlasic with the corner. Near post corner. Keeper takes that. No problem. So it seems to be all us in the game. We're just not putting the ball in the back of the net. The 3 changes. Carvalho's come on for his debut up front. Put Sharon on the left wing there. Calidio not having the greatest of games. And the new Brazilian lad, Saulo, has come on in midfield. See if we can just shake it up a little bit. I might actually go up to attacking as well. We really could do with 3 points out of this game, because that would put us above Strasbourg. But as it stands, there's not an awful lot happening. We do have a highlight. Zuma with the ball over the top, but that actually is coming straight back at us now. Poor ball. Pembele has picked the ball up nicely though. Anderson, Perron, Saulo, the new young lad, he's dribbling through the midfield, but he's giving the ball away. A little bit of inexperience there. Ball over the top again, and that's come right down our right-hand side. Nobody marking in that position. Shot in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 to Strasbourg. Not ideal, but we do have a corner. And the corner is headed out. It's coming back to Sharon. Sharon with the ball into the box and a header straight into the keeper's arms. There's about 5 minutes left on the clock. Can we actually do anything here? Our keeper Urbig picks that ball up. He's going to roll it out to Hajdari. Ajari to Saulo. Saulo out onto this left-hand side. Sharon back to our left wing, our left back. Ball into the middle, and can he chip that ball in? He can. That's Carvalho's first goal for us and gets us back into the game at 1-1. Nice little ball over the top there from Anderson. Carvalho, lovely little chip. That's the mark of a good striker when he can just gauge that chip nicely over the keeper. We're back in at 1-1. So a few minutes left of time added on, and the game ends 1-1. But I'm quite happy with that. And I'm going to say that we didn't get the result we wanted, but you should all be happy. And they're all looking extremely delighted by that. And that point now has actually moved us up a place. So we're now in 8th place, just behind Strasbourg. Well, although I'm quite happy with the point in that game, still, you know, it's still a new club to me. This, I'm still finding my feet, but I think we did so much better than Strasbourg, and I think we could have won that game if we'd have. I think, you know, in a few months' time, when I've got them playing my way, and you know, we're getting used to the system, I think we will win games like that. At this moment in time, we're just coming away with the point, which. At the moment, is fine. We need to keep away from that relegation area. We need to get mid-table to keep the board happy. And at the moment, that's what we're doing. Anyway, we now have a home game against Marseille. And they are in the European spot. So obviously doing quite a lot better than we are. Again, I think if we can get a point out of that game, I'll be quite happy. Because the game after that is PSG. And I don't think we're going to get anything out of that one. So we'll see you in the dugout for the Marseille game. Welcome to the dugout for this game against Olympique Marseille. Very important game this, although they are all important, but this season we just need to get that level. I don't expect us to get into the European places, but we just need to get that level where, you know, we're safe and the board are happy, and then we can start building for next season. So the team for today is Urbig in goal, back four of Cabal, Hadjari, Zuma and Pembele. The three in midfield are Vlasic, Anderson and Perrone. Kalido and Sek are the wingers with Diego up front. So one thing is for certain, Marseille are not going to give us an easy game today. We're going to have to be on our toes, and they have the first highlight. They're skipping down that right hand side, and the ball is headed off the line by Hadjari. That's a brilliant clearance off the line. Just going to give them a little bit of a shout of encouragement. So it's been pretty even up to now. Possession very even. It has been a very, very even game. Olympique Marseille probably just on top as far as XG goes. But anyway, we come away with Vlasic. Down this side, Kalidio is going to get the ball in the box. Puts the ball in the box, and that doesn't actually reach anybody. But Perrone is going to pick that ball up. Anderson to... Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Kalidio! Referee's having a little rummage there. What's the verdict going to be on this one? And it's awarded. We're 1-0 up against Marseille. And Kalidio with a brilliant goal from this left-hand side. Ball over into his path. Superb right-footed finish. Brilliant stuff. Great start to the game. And we're going to go a little bit cautious, actually. And we're going to give them another shout of encouragement. We just need to keep it quite tight. As you can see by the match momentum there, we have come back into the game. Early Marseille pressure there, but we have come back into the game. Come on, we need to pick this ball up. Can somebody get the foot on it? Well, won there by Pembele, but he actually doesn't come away with the ball. We need to keep it nice and tight around there. Come on, we need to press this ball. Well done. And Vlasic, he's running away down that right-hand side. Sek picks the ball up to Diego. Back out to Sek. The ball is then given away. That's very, very poor. Very poor. We had the upper hand there. We could have actually mounted an attack, and we didn't do. And now they're in at the other end, and the ball's in the back of the net, and we're punished straight away for a bad mistake up that end, up their end. Very, very, very poor that. Very, very disappointed. Very, very poor. Don't want to see that again. That was awful. Bobbing into half-time. They're going to get a real flea in their ear for that. Absolutely horrendous. Far from pleased what I've just seen. So we're going to step it up a little bit in the second half now. So we're going to go positive and let's see if we can put the afterburners on. Let's see if we can nick a winner in this game. We can't be giving goals like that away to teams like Marseille. That was very, very poor. We had the upper hand there and we just gave the ball away. Match momentum seems to be swinging our way a little bit. We've had 11 shots, so we're doing okay in this game. We're holding our own. I'm sure before I joined the club, we probably would have lost this game. I mean, we may still lose this game, but their defender gets a foot in. Get ahead on that ball. No, Rodriguez is going to come away with that ball. We're not pressing them like we should be doing. We're not winning that ball back. We need to be a lot more decisive. Centre forward there's just jogging round. I think it's maybe time for him to come off. We need a little bit more energy and enthusiasm from him. And we've given the ball away again. This is not good enough. Hadjari, that's more like it. A little bit of enthusiasm. And the ball is fired over the top. Ball hoofed out. Nicely chested down by Zuma. Ball over the top for Diego. Right, Diego's coming off. Okay, a couple of changes. Not happy with Diego at all. No energy, no enthusiasm. Carvalho has come on for him. And the new lad, Menino, who have bought for a deep-lying playmaker, but he can play a full-back as well. So he's come on for a tiring Pembele at right-back. So their keeper, long hoof to nobody. Come on, lads. Pembele. The subs have not gone through yet. Hadjari at the back. Cabal. Perone. Get the ball down the left-hand side. Come on, Calidio. Ball through the middle. Anderson! Yes! 2-1! Anderson and the referee again. Why is it every time we score a goal, the referee has to have a rummage? I'm guessing this is going to be disallowed, is it? Oh, it's awarded! It's awarded! Yes, we do want to proceed with the tactical changes. Thank you very much. 2-1. And we're going to stay on positive just for the time being. I don't want to let them off. And there's the replay of the Anderson goal. Nice little tap in there. So we're back underway. 20 minutes of the game to go. We're winning this 2-1 now. Can we keep it tight? We need Carvalho to get the ball up front and keep hold of it. Diego was pretty awful in that position. And there's a ball. Oh, squandered. Ball into the penalty area and squandered. Throw in, Cabal. Long throw. Up to Carvalho, but Carvalho does pick it up. Calidio going down that left-hand side. Lovely ball into the box. Oh! And that was neither a penalty or a goal. So just going to be a little bit more conservative now. Tempo, passing directness, all drop now. Time wasting. And we're going to go to a cautious mentality now. Do we need to make any substitutions? Perone is actually struggling a little bit, so we'll probably bring Bowen on for him. Anderson is on a yellow in the middle of the park, so the young kid can come on for him. In fact, we will bring Soleo on as well for Vlasic. All changes made. Let's see if we can hold on to this 2-1. And we come back to a corner. Well, apparently we don't. 10 minutes of the game to go. Urbig with a long hoof upfield, which he's not meant to be doing, really. I don't know why he's done that. We weren't under any pressure. Carvalho, ball through to nobody. Vitek, that name rings a bell. So their keeper is just playing the ball out to our right-hand side every single time, which is great. He's just giving the ball away every time. Nice ball. Lovely touch there, Tumbeya. Bowinan Just come on, Solio. Nice ball there to Calidio. Calidio very nearly breaks the net with that one. But that goes out for a corner. Corner comes in. Zuma did get his head onto it, but it's more like the back of his head than the front of his head. Why did he not bring that ball? Bring the ball down and control it. Okay, fine. 5 minutes of time added on. Marseille got the ball. The ball's headed out. Solio is going to pick that ball up. He's a long hoof up the left-hand side of the pitch to nobody. That was a really poor ball. If this comes back to haunt us now, he will be getting a flea in his ear. But the ball is through for Carvalho. Can he chip the keeper? He doesn't need to chip him. He's fired that ball at the back of the net, and it's 3-1 to RCLENS against Marseille. This is a brilliant, brilliant result, and probably will lift us up the table a little bit more. Calidio, lovely ball forward. Carvalho kept himself on side, and I thought he was going to chip the keeper again, but his second goal for the club fires the ball at the back of net, and it's 3-1. Okay, Marseille, last knockings of the game now. Is this ball going to hit the back of the net? No. Hajari brings the ball away. Lovely, lovely tackle in the penalty area. Nice and clean. Was a little bit worried. So we've got a ball again. Mourinho. Not Mourinho. Menino. Calidio has got the ball in the box. He's going to shoot. It's going to be in the back of the net. And we 4-1 ahead. Oh my word. What is going on? We're on a cautious mentality. We're meant to be staying back and keeping the lines nice and straight and defending well. And what we're doing? Lovely ball there through to Calidio. Oh, on cloud 9. 4-1 against Marseille. This is going better than I ever expected. And we're going to stroll into the end of the game. 4-1 winners. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits. And I'm going to say, this is comprehensive. It gets you blown them away. It didn't look like that at one stage. It looked like we were going to throw points away, but we really turned it on towards the end of the game. And although there are a team still to play yet, that result puts us into 6th place, 18 played, 25 points. We're a long way behind Marseille, but the fact that we've just absolutely walloped them, it gives me a great deal of heart, that. And with that, I think I'm just going to say thanks for watching. If you could give me a like, that'd be great. I'm sure you'll agree with me. Great episode today, a draw and an absolutely brilliant result against Marseille. If you're new around here, please subscribe and spread the word. And don't forget, the next episode is just round the corner. If you like your Football Manager played the Gobby Gaffer way, and let's face it, this is getting very, very exciting. We're actually in a position in the league now I never thought after a few games we would be in. It's going much better than I expected. The new signings really fitting in nicely. I'm chuffed to bits at the moment. We'll see you next time.